jeito. Fala os pico florido, mas não, pera lá, deixa eu falar, né assim, para mim tem que ter valor. É só chegar e abusar, nem forjar, nem fingir que nem dá pra sentir o amor. Uma fita, ela não confia mais em mim, acredita. No conto das minas que pra mim foi mágica. Tava tudo claro, mas a cena com...
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
trick-or-treat, give me something good to eat.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick, it's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where...
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Here's Bellinelli. Here's Cousins. Rondo with a clean look. And Pierce pulls it down. And here is Los Angeles now. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
Dishes it to Crawford. Fires from deep. Jordan kicks to Crawford. Top of the key, Griffin. Griffin sets the screen for Pierce. Back to Griffin. The second chance effort connects. The jumper drops.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Rondo passes to Bellinelli. Takes the 13-footer, and that one's good by Gay.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, I caught up with Doc Rivers for a minute. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding, he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Thank you, Doris. Kicks to Crawford. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Marco Bellinelli picks up.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Kings trail by 5. Outside Rondo. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Bellinelli's got his first points in this one. The Clippers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Crawford is screen on Rondo. Paul dishes to Crawford. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Great showing for him last season. First in rebounding, first in field goal percentage, and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And, you know, getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is to do? That's a great asset for a team as well.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Paul kicks to Crawford. Griffin against Gay. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got 6.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Some room here for Rondo. No good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Crawford passes to Jordan. Back to Crawford. It's tipped. Stolen by Pierce. Passes it to Griffin. 11 feet away. Crawford missing again.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
The pass to Rondo. Gay against Pierce. McLemore dishes to Bellinelli. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Take a look at Redick, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage. And, of course, Jamal Crawford, right on the trail. Another player that shoots extremely well from the free throw line.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
Rondo, no good.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not fail at fighting through
plays like that. Really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Cousins kicks to Rondo. McLemore, the pass to get. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Not to the surprise of anyone, really, but the Clippers last year were strong at home once again. They managed to go 30-11 at Staples Center.
Yeah, and Kevin, that makes 3 straight seasons for the Clippers of 30 or more wins at home.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Griffin. Lance Stevenson comes in for Paul Pierce. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Paul.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. You know, the big thing for the Clippers is that they won some big games in Staples over tough opponents. I mean, also won 6 of their last 7 to secure the 3 seed in the West.
And one issue with the Clippers at home is that it didn't feel like they were at home. Blake Griffin said home court advantage is just not there for us. And this is on the heels of a loss where the crowd was cheering for the other team louder than the Clippers at times.
Smith sets the pick for Rivers. He kicks to Smith. Jordan the screen. From the wing. Smith no good. The Kings trail by 3. To the inside, Bellinelli. And he banks in the layup. Bellinelli's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
Yeah, and watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Smith kicks to Stevenson. Screen by Smith. Here's Redick. That ball. High speed that time from Stevenson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Gay kicks to Bellinelli. It's good. This game is all even. Bellinelli's got 7. The Clippers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Rivers with it. 9 points last game out. Stevenson inside the three-point line. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Outside Rondo. Now here's McLemore outside. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. You talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Sacramento, they've got Rajon Rondo. Then McLemore is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Cousins in at the 5 down low.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has them. He's averaged only a half a block per game.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Redick kicks to Griffin. Paul dishes to Smith. And the rejection by Cousins. Bellinelli passes to Gay. It's rebounded by Stevenson. The Clippers trail. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Pierce has checked in. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Redick with the bucket.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Now here's Rondo. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Rudy Gay on the way. Clock at 6. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Gay's got 12 points in the game.
I loved his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
It's Redick on the wing. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And the Clippers lead by 1.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Cousins. Shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And it's Pierce in the corner. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Rondo kicks to Gay. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Sacramento.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Cousins dishes to Rondo. That drops. Rondo's got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Pierce with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Outside, Pierce. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Shoots from 12. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Crawford's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Sacramento, a team that is likely to put it on the floor to attack. We saw that last year. Have no problem creating with player movement versus ball movement, which is something which is a nice way to kind of begin the transition.
It is, and Kevin, they were dead last in the league in terms of catch and shoot field goal attempts. Also near the bottom in catch and shoot field goal percentage, so they might have been justified in that.
Cousins with a screen on Paul. To the middle, off the pick, and then Cousins with the dunk.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
So, for the Clippers, Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Crawford outside. Knocks down the 10-footer. Crawford's got 10 points in the game.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Here's Gay. No good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. It's tipped. Smith the pass to Crawford. They get it back. And the basket by Pierce.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The Kings trail by 4. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. McLemore, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
One thing you can say about Rajon Rondo's career, he's come up big in the biggest of games, had 6 steals in the closeout game that gave Boston its 17th championship. Remember that back in 2008 for Coach Doc Rivers?
I really do. And after that Boston win in the series against the Lakers, Phil Jackson called Rondo the star of Game 6. Everyone had always talked about the big 3 in Boston. That year, it was the big 4.
.114 left to play here in the half. Kicks it out to Gay. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist in the game.
And, you know, guys, on the topic of Rondo, you look at his playoff career now. I mean, in 2009, he averaged nearly a triple-double in the postseason. I mean, this guy has great instincts, but he has to have the ball to orchestrate the way he's most effective. The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
The drive by Gay. Can't hit from in close.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Crawford, no one around him. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. And now an 8-point Clipper lead.
And going back to what we were saying, what you hope with Rondo is that he can get back to his full level of confidence. He tore the ACL in 13. He was traded in 14, lost his way a little bit, but he's still young enough to have several really good years in front of him.
Now McLemore. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Lakers. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Clippers ahead, leading by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin, and obviously a high-scoring half for you guys in this one, Blake. What was the key to breaking it open?
It starts on defense. Our defense did a good job of getting stops, getting rebounds, and getting out in the open floor, and got some easy buckets, and then, shots start to fall.
Blake, thank you. Kevin, a complete culture change with this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. We saw Jamal Crawford lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. He put last game's performance behind him, doing some nice work in the opening period tonight. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
Rudy Gay playing very well. He's got 19 points. He's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
You work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup.
The Spurs are the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Pierce in at the small forward spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Paul. And that one's good. Paul's got 5 now.
Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round 1 in a 7-game emotional series, then immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round 2.
And Cousins kicks to McLemore. Back to Rondo. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Gay drives in and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Gay's got 21 in the game. The Clippers in the lead.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
Rondo dishes to Bellinelli. No good from Gay.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Paul goes in. The pass to Jordan. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, more than anything else, I think three-point shooting was the key, the catalyst, if you will, in that game.
Yeah, it's really a nice weapon to have because it makes things easier for you in other parts of your offense when you can knock down the three.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
All right, let's go. Over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Blake Griffin. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Paul kicks to Griffin, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
The Kings trail by 8. And an interesting byproduct of Blake Griffin extending his shooting range in his perimeter defense, Clark. His rebounding numbers have gone way down.
Well, it's hard to have it both ways, Kevin. I mean, the team needs him to keep working on his perimeter game, and if he's out on the perimeter, it makes it tougher for him to get rebounds inside.
Here's Jordan, and that one is stuffed right through.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Rondo drives in. Here's Gay. Misses off the right iron.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Beautiful play by Lance Stevenson. He's as gifted a passer as we have in the league.
Well, you knew things would be different for Lance Stevenson out of Indiana, but it wasn't in a positive way at all.
Yeah, he really struggled to find a role with Charlotte, the team he signed with. Remember, he was more of the point forward, had the ball in his hands in Indiana. Not the case with Charlotte, and also rumored to be traded all last season.
Gay against Griffin. Gay misses. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Stevenson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. They get it back. Jordan. And the rejection by Cousins. Out to the wing. Bellinelli for 3. And that one's good. Bellinelli's got 10 points in the game.
You know, for Stevenson, he saw a regression in almost every part of his game last year. Ended up riding the bench down the stretch.
And for Stevenson, it's really hard to readjust to a new system. I mean, he still has all the tools he had in Indy, so he could be a bounce-back candidate this year and beyond.
That was your Spirit Dance Team. Give it up.
Redick passes to Stevenson. Knocks it loose. Rondo with the steal. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick.
And a quick check of the stats for Blake Griffin. Last season, he played outstanding. He put up about 22 points a game last season. 7 rebounds and 5 assists. And you look at his scoring, he was #1 on the team last season.
And, Greg, I liked his ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration. That allowed him to be a great finisher.
6 to shoot. McLemore inside the line. That's short off the rim.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Kings trail by 7. To the paint. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. coming off a terrific season. First in assists, fifth in steals, and he was just a machine at the charity stripe. Top 5 in the league in free throw percentage.
And dropping dimes, too. I mean, led the league in assists, and he's an absolute magician with the basketball.
Jordan the screen, Stevenson, and the Clippers miss again.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Well, the Sacramento Kings weren't exactly road toughened last season, but they did have Clark some impressive stints.
Yeah, they were excellent in terms of scoring the ball. No problem at all putting up points. Their road defense was a different story.
McLemore, no good.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
In the corner, it's Stevenson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game. The Kings trail by 7. And here's Rondo. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. Up top, Cousins. Feeds it to McLemore. To the left side wing. Outside, Bellinelli. The Clippers grab the miss. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Redick. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And now it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Cousins dishes to Gay. In the corner, it's McLemore. Cranes it from beyond the arc. McLemore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
And Stevenson kicks to Griffin. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Griffin's got 10 points in just the second half.
That was a beautiful fadeaway. Knocked it down with the defender right in his grip.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. And the final. Los Angeles leading by 8. On the floor for Sacramento. Rudy Gay is out there with McLemore. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Bellinelli in at the shooting guard.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Gay passes to Bellinelli. From about 19 feet, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And Griffin slams it in.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Crawford. Gay with the block. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Bellinelli. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Rondo against Paul. Shoots from 12. Bellinelli pulls it in. The Kings trail by 8. Rondo dishes to Bellinelli. In the corner, it's McLemore. Nobody near Gay. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Left side, Pierce. Fader on the way. Rebound by the Kings. Gay's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Crawford outside. No luck. The Kings trail by 5. Rondo with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Gay against Griffin. McLemore with a screen for Gay. Back to Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Here's McLemore. Rebound by Smith.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of threes.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Paul's shot is off. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And stolen by Cousins. Rondo kicks to Bellinelli. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. LA's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And that's now 7 points for Chris Paul.
How sweet was that? Honey sweet. Paul with great form.
The drive by Cousins. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Picked by Griffin. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Gay with the block. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here.
Well, Blake Griffin has been getting it done. 8 rebounds, and he's picked up 1 dime.
And we've all watched him just be an unstoppable force here tonight.
Well, nothing they've done on the defensive end has been able to slow him down. I mean, he's doing exactly what he wants to when he wants to do it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Redick is checked in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
I think, Clark, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground. And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
It's been quite a game for Rudy Gay.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
Here's Paul. Pass to Griffin. Gay with the defensive effort. The Kings have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. McLemore, the pass to Bellinelli. The dish to Rondo. Cousins with a screen on Redick. 6 on the shot clock. outside, Bellinelli, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Bellinelli's got 7 points for the quarter. And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 4. 1:29 left in the game. Paul against Rondo. Gay with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. .124 left to play here in the fourth. Jordan the screen. Here's Griffin. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And that one's good.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
That's a 2 from Bellinelli. It's Gay on the wing. Defended by Griffin. Rondo against Paul. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Jordan. Reddick dishes to Griffin. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them. Checking out the game Paul Pierce is having. He's got 8 points and a steal. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other.
Rudy Gay on the wing. Defended by Griffin. Rondo drives in. Count it!
It's a scary sight and a long night when Rondo starts lighting it up like this.
Trailing by 2. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. Griffin hits them both.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Timeout called by the Kings. Rondo with it. Gay outside. For the win. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Pierce in at the 3 slot.
at the line for your Clippers.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Sacramento's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Rondo kicks to Cousins. It's Gay on the way. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
Paul kicks to Crawford. The feed to Jordan. Now here's Crawford. Defense is right there. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 2.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
It's Gay on the way. Pass to McLemore. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That's on Paul Pierce. That free throw good for McLemore.
Check out the game for McLemore. He's got 8 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open net.
Ball against Rondo. Baseline jumper. It's a big height bounce and goes in. 28 points for Blake Griffin.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Gay sets the pit for Rondo. To the paint. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Gay hits them both.
And nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Ball kicks to Griffin. And the powerful one-handed slam.
He gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependent.
Room for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
To the middle, off the screen, and Cousins throws it down.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Griffin down low. He's covered by Gay. And Griffin, here we go. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
Los Angeles ball.
Crawford kicks to Paul. 5 on the clock. The 11-footer. Money!
This is the red-hot version of Chris Paul right there.
And here are the Kings now. And here's Rondo. Dishes it to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. Back to Cousins. Money!
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Crawford passes to Paul. Inside, Jordan. Money!
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and power.
Rondo kicks to McLemore. Bullseye! So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy, what a great performance, and one where you seem to be in on almost every play. Tell us what you're thinking when you're playing with such command.
When the ball's in my hands, I try my best to put my teammates in a better position to win the game. And today it worked, and tomorrow might be somebody else, but today, that was my day.
Rudy, thank you. Terrific job. Kev, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Well, his ability to get into the paint, get to the rim was deadly. For a guy who's mainly a perimeter shooter, it was remarkable how many of his points came right at the bucket.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.